Have you ever said these things to yourself? I'm not good enough. I can't do it. I'm a failure. Negative self talk. We all do it. But how do we deal with it? Hey, what is up? Charles here. Welcome to U, a show dedicated to help you grow each week. People say that we are our own worst critic. This is because we set high standards for ourselves, for us to strive hard and dream big. But most of the time, we set the bar too high. Then we fail to reach it and turn that failure onto ourselves. This makes us see our faults and we start to talk negatively on ourselves. It's normal. This is because of our negative bias. The brain reacts more to negative things than positive. Because back in the caveman and cavewoman era, a negative thing can mean death. This helped humans to survive. But in our current time, it doesn't serve us that much. Negative bias makes negative things seem more negative. This is why most of us move on quickly past our successes and dwell more on our failures. Guilty? So, how do you deal with negative self talk? Let me share with you 3 things that you need to practice to deal with negative self talk. Number 1 is to list all of your successes. Like I said, we move on quickly past our successes and dwell more on our failures. So we have to turn things around and start focusing on the positive side. Write everything you have accomplished. List every milestones that you have, and also don't forget to write even the smallest everyday wins. List every success that you can think about, like graduating school, or finishing a 5-kilometer run, or successfully helping a friend with their problem. Look at that list every day and remind yourself on how awesome you truly are. Number 2 is avoid comparing yourself to others. With social media, it's easy to compare other people's lives with ours. With just a press of a button, we can easily see people having fun on the beach, getting nice things, and having a good time with their friends and families while you're sitting in your room all alone. But we tend to forget that what we upload most are the highlights of our lives. We compare other people's highlight reel with our bloopers reel. And you have your own life, your own story to unfold. We each are at our own journey. It doesn't make sense to compare Harry Potter's chapter 1 to Lord of the Rings chapter 10, doesn't it? Stop comparing yourself to others. Instead, compare yourself to your past self. Appreciate the growth that you had these recent years, and make sure that what you do now will bring you a better tomorrow. And number 3 is to learn to forgive yourself. Nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. We all have failed in our lives, one way or the other. Remember when you stuttered during a speech? Or didn't know the answer to question number 3 of the final exam? Or the time your zipper was open in front of your crush? Me too! We all experience mishaps on our lives. And because of negative bias, we tend to see it more negatively than it actually is. It haunts us over and over again, making us wish that it didn't happen. That is, unless you learn to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not being perfect. Forgive yourself that you make mistakes. Instead of resisting the fact that you made a mistake, accept it. Leave the bad memories in the past, but bring the lessons to the present and give yourself a brighter future. So those are the 3 things you have to practice to deal with negative self-talk. 1 is to list all of your successes. 2 is to avoid comparing yourself to others. And 3 is to forgive yourself. Now, how do you think life would be if you were to avoid negative self talk? Leave it in the comment section below. I hope the video helped you out. Leave a like if it did. Share it to someone you think you need to avoid negative self talk. And for more contents like this, feel free to subscribe. And also like our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/u++official. And at Instagram, it's at charcool. Join us also as we discuss about different life situations and how to handle them on U++ podcast, available on Spotify and Apple Podcast. So that's it. See you all on our next video. Again, I'm Charles from U++. Stay healthy, be happy. Bye-bye.